Returning to my Coin Lady channel, I am pleased to see you again. After everything settled down, it was a few days. I believe Gary revealed a hidden side to himself in a recent interview, which sheds light on the true situation involving XRP and Gary Gensler. That will be addressed shortly. What has recently transpired with XRP, the SEC, and some really encouraging news from a fundamental standpoint. As I mentioned in yesterday's update video, one thing I would suggest is to put the court issue out of your mind because all that matters is the money. If you enjoyed this video and found all of the information useful, please subscribe and like it. Keep up with the newest happenings in the cryptocurrency world, particularly with XRP. So, without further ado, let's dive into this video. Alright, then, let's dive in. What's going on? Let's attempt to explain it in detail. The question is it bad? Does it meet your needs? For what reasons should we be concerned? Also a great deal more. We will touch on Gary Gensler and XRP news briefly. It follows that the appeal has been filed. I won't repeat myself because we covered this in my update video, but we are aware that it is in on a few points. Before anything else, they desire a larger financial windfall. 2. They demand that Brad and Chris Larson, be prosecuted for the XRP secondary sales. The XRP security isn't something they're trying to sell, though. After all, where does this lead? To tell you the truth, you need to know who or what made the first decision. The fact that Judge Annalisa Torres decided to settle or rule without a trial gives you a good idea of her thoughts on the matter. There was no need for a trial because she was so sure of her decision. That hurt, I believe. In my opinion, that really stung Gary Gensler. Consider the SEC's previous major victories and, in the end, the steps they must take to pursue a specific individual in a formal prosecution. Take a moment to consider this. Connect. January 2021 went despite the courts going after them for billions of dollars. Richard Hart, skip ahead to the hex of July 23. Here is where the opportunities lie, because neither of these cases has yet been finalized. This is the spotlight. This is the major chance. Unfortunately, the cryptocurrency market is currently dominated by XRP. Pay attention to Gary's thoughts on the matter. Our purpose is to uphold the law, and Congress authorized our establishment. We act as market watchdogs. As soon as a company goes public, we are the ones who approve all of the necessary registrations. Additionally, we do this 700 times or more a year. To bring a case to trial, we must appear before a judge and, in some cases, a jury. This new innovation and Satoshi Nakamoto's actions are now brought back into focus. October is almost approaching, which means that Bitcoin will soon celebrate its 16th anniversary, or birthday, correct? Along with that, it's novel. New ideas can't succeed for long unless people trust them. Building innovation is aided by investor protection. It doesn't matter if it's about cars or cribs, innovation is always compatible with investor or consumer protection. In my opinion, they are mutually beneficial. When I was a professor at MIT, I warned my students that the field wouldn't last long unless they could win over skeptical investors. I guess it does reveal his current location, then. More crucially, though, the body keeps harping on my days as a professor at MIT, where we covered this material, and he brings up the fact that knowing Bitcoin's birthday reveals just how deeply embedded cryptocurrency is before Gary lets it out. However, in the grand scheme of things, what is Ripple doing? We've touched on the announcement of RLUSD, but it's clear that we won't see the appeal play out until around mid-2019. We touched on its potential uses and its significance to the Ripple and XRP ecosystems, but we skipped over the viewpoints of customers and partners. Let me tell you something, if you ever had any doubts or thought Ripple was just a comic player, you need to know who's on the other side of this. Learn the whole story of how Gary Gensler and the SEC have been trying to cover it up for years. Few people could take a stand on this, so let's dissect a few of them. Ivan Soto, CEO and co-founder of MoonPay, says this here. We must add. Ripple's dedication to developing the stablecoin industry and RLUSD's potential institutional use cases is quite impressive. Once again, we're pleased to offer RLUSD as one of the many stablecoins accessible on MoonPay. We think they will play a significant part in our financial system in the future. Let this sink in. In order to introduce RLUSD, we are thrilled to work with Ripple as their trusted regulation and compliance partner. Gary Gensler and other stable currency backers are essential to the development of robust and resilient digital asset marketplaces that provide quick on-off-ramping payments and asset tokenizations. Being a frontrunner in the industry, we facilitate the sale of digital assets held by renowned institutions. Across the market, B2C2 helps with the creation of corporate quality solutions. Bitso was proud to be one among the first to list our USD, and that came from their US CEO, Cactus Razy. Bitso AL CEO and co-founder, Daniel Vogel, said that, "As an RLUSD exchange partner, we're delighted to expand bullish institutional offering with an additional stablecoin," remarks Chris Tyra, head of institutional at Bullish. Our long-standing partnership with Ripple has enabled us to collaboratively explore innovative use cases, like cross-border payments. That improves our clients' trading experience with strong liquidity and satisfies challenging regulatory requirements. In the digital asset market, with compliant assets and strong liquidity. As a result, a large number of institutional investors are bullish on Ripple. One of Brad Garlinghouse's own positive predictions is XRP. ETFs have even gone so far as to claim that this would cause massive influxes of capital into the cryptocurrency market and the capital markets more generally, drawing parallels to Bitcoin's performance. So, XRP is centered around institutions. Some of those establishments would even benefit from this. As a last point, this is why a significant price change is being sought for. An accumulation of $77 million might protect the price of XRP. People are actually purchasing it. A lot of people are ignoring the massive influxes that we are experiencing. A lot of folks are probably still anxious. What might happen still worries them slightly. But keep in mind what Warren Buffett said, "When the market is greedy, you should be terrified. But when the market is scared, you should purchase all the cryptocurrency you can." That is obviously not what he said. Being greedy is essential, he remarked. And I believe that is precisely the area where large amounts of institutional funding are beginning to make a ripple effect. The fact that they appear unconcerned by the ongoing success of the Ripple XRP case suggests that you should also refrain from doing so, in my opinion, as it is highly bullish. Everything could change in 18 days, including whether Gary Gensler is still there or not. So I can't claim this as financial advice or anything like that. But you get it, it's just a personal thing. What follows is an examination of the cost. As it stands, the pricing is rather stable. It has stood up fine, if we're being completely forthright. The price of Ripple has been moving slightly upwards from its recent low of 5,091, which is located at the base of the declining channel. Thus, we are genuinely in a favorable position. Right now, some major institutions are going to come in my opinion. We could expect a wild ride for ETFs next week. Take caution. In my opinion, Ripple has the potential to begin trending upwards. More precisely, as launch early East approaches, will Ripple simply soar to new heights? Yes, that is the truth. I suppose the burning question on everyone's mind right now is, how will Ripple do over the next 6 months with a potential court case? Personally, I don't think the reception will be negative. We will monitor it closely. My video would not have been seen without you. Thank you for watching my channel and for subscribing. I will see you later.